Okay, so in this task, what we have to do is to calculate the optimal price that gives us the highest profit if the cost of production for 1 unit is 250. So in this example, we are looking at the sale price. So this is the sale price, the price at which we are selling a unit. And we can calculate the revenue based on the demand. So by multiplying the demand times the price at which we sell each unit, that's going to give us the revenue. But of course, this is the revenue, and we need to calculate the profit. And the profit is linked to the cost at which we produce or at which we have to purchase each unit. So we are interested in knowing what the best price is that we should sell a product on. Now, if we look at this demand curve, we can see that as the price increases, the demand decreases. So this also means that at some point, as we increase the price, our profits are also going to decrease. So the profits will go up, but after a point, the profits will actually go down. So what I'm going to do is create a scenario section. So this is scenario analysis. And in this scenario, the cost price is 250. So this is something that is given, right? So let me maybe highlight it with blue. So we are given the cost price and we are interested in the sale price. So we are interested to know. So I'm going to make it green. So I want to know what should be the sale price to give me the maximum profit. So first, I want to create an instance. So basically here, an instance given one cost price and one sale price, I calculate the profit. Okay. Now I can't calculate the profit without knowing the demand. So let's assume that the price is 400, the sale price. What's the demand? If I increase the price, if I set the price to 400. Now we already have come up with the best model. So this model will predict our demand, right? So I'm going to put here the demand. Now this is estimated based on the model. So let's calculate the demand. So we know that the equation is this: A times power X. Now X for us is the sale price, right? So the price at which we sell raised to the power this. Okay, so we have our demand. So our demand, and let's make this one a number, our demand is 64 units. So if the sale price is 400, our model estimates that we are going to sell 400 units. So let's calculate the revenue. So the revenue is going to be the demand times 100, because remember the demand is in hundreds, times the sale price. So 2.5 million or so thereabouts, it's our revenue. But what's our cost? The cost of production. Well, the cost of production for what we are selling, which is our revenue, it will be the demand times 100 times the cost price. Okay, so the difference between these two will give me the profits. So basically it costs me this much to make or purchase these units, and I'm going to sell them at this price, and that's going to give me this revenue. So the profit is the difference between the revenue and the cost. Of course, if I was going to sell something at a price less than the cost of production, then I will make a loss. Okay, so let's box this one up and highlight this one in yellow. So really, this is how to calculate the profit in one case. Now this case is that the sale price is 400. Now I am interested in all cases, so all prices, right, sale prices, and I'm interested in the optimal price that maximizes profits. Okay, so give me all the combinations, but I want to know the one that gives me an optimal price. Now, this really means that you are simulating, you are creating, oh sorry, I forgot to rename this one, so it's the simulation section. You want to simulate what the profit is at different combinations of sales price. So let's put those combinations. Now, as I said, there's no point starting to sell something at the price less than the cost of production. Of course, if you do, right, you're going to get into trouble. You're going to make a loss. So we start at 250, and then we were told that you increment by 10. So let's create a table of prices, right? That's our table of prices going up to 1,714. So what we really want is here to put the profits. Like, what's the profit when we sell 250? That's going to be 0, right? What about if we sell at 260? What about if we sell at 280? I mean, you can manually calculate that. You can put it in there, 280, then copy this down, or copy, create this formulae. But what Excel allows you to do is to create a simulation or a data table that populates profits in this column based on the same calculations that you see in this box, right? Because that's what it is. You're just repeating the same calculation for profits for all these individual prices you see here. So that is called a simulation. So you find it under data, what if analysis, right? And there's a scenario manager, goal seek, and I'm looking for the data table. So I'm creating a data table of profits given certain sale prices. So to create a data table like this, in this case, we only have one input, which is across a column. So if I click on data table, it will ask me, do you have a row input and do you have a column input? In this case, you have a column input, that's your input, that one. But your input, you don't put the whole column. Your input is actually a sale price. So you tell, because you're creating, you're replicating this instance for all sale prices, right? So you would put as an input a sale price. Now, how do we tell Excel that this now, after you put that input as a sale price, this should give me profits? Well, to do that, let me cancel. You put a heading. So this is a convention. It has to be there in order for the data table to be created that references the profit calculation. So you just tell Excel that column will be populated with profits calculated according to this formula. Okay, and you can see that the profit is a formula, but it depends on other formulae, of course, which are in this table here. That's one instance, right? So this is purely used for calculations. It's not used for anything else. So a lot of the times people highlight that, hide it a little bit like that, as long as you know it's there, so that it's not, visible, right? And to calculate now, to populate this table now, you select the whole thing. So select a whole area up to the last price. And now we can tell Excel data, what if analysis data table. We say to Excel, create a data table according to how this instance has been calculated and the input. So what actually changes or varies is the sell price, and the sell price varies across the column in the data table, that one. So I'm going to refer to the sell price. Okay. And you can see now that this table, let me format, has been populated with profits, calculated exactly in the same way. So let me write the profit here. But make sure you don't edit this. You don't edit this. Now, I'll show you in a minute how to lock it, so it's not going to be changed, right? But in the meantime, let's analyze what we have in here. You can see that, you know, the profit for 280 matches exactly what has been calculated in the instance. And if I was going to make this one to 350, then that's also going to show you what you have here. You see, 350, A21552, exactly the same. So these are correct, these calculations.